Hello and welcome to part 10 of the Mac SC30 reproduction board build. Where we left off last time, all of the correct value components should have been uh, assembled at this time. We had a resistor pack that was wrong, and we cleaned up um, some solder joints here and there. The machine starts up, but it still doesn't. The CPU doesn't do anything. Just shows the garbage that's in the video RAM. So we have a very non-functioning machine, unfortunately, and I'm not entirely sure what's wrong with it. I have been poking around uh, with my oscilloscope since last time. I'm not very good at troubleshooting 68030 systems. I'm more used to 8-bit systems that run much slower and are easier to analyze with this oscilloscope. This is rated for 14 megahertz, but it's probably not quite good enough for testing a 16 megahertz computer like the SC30. It's just not very sensitive, but at least it gives us some idea what's going on. At least we can see some signal. So I've confirmed that um, the main system oscillator does output a 32 megahertz signal, which is correct, but doesn't really tell me much else about what's going on. I also checked that um, the ROM, the address lines on the ROM is having some traffic, so it seems like the CPU at least is trying to do something on the ROM, but more troubleshooting will be needed. And so the one thing that I wanted to try to get to today, this is just sort of just clean up and making sure that everything is attached correctly. It's the first time I do a project of this scale, so I'm sure I made mistakes, and I know I made mistakes, and I have to clean up a lot along the way. Um, the board sits over here. I have it without the RAM and without the ROM right now. So what I've gone ahead and done, so the one thing, actually going back to the very first thing I did on this board, which was to solder the 10 nanofarad surface mount caps on the underside of this board. Because I think I mentioned this, but when I ordered this board from JLC PCB, they didn't have 10 nanofarad caps in stock. So I had to salvage those parts. Well, in hindsight, I should probably have gotten fresh 10 nanofarad caps, but I didn't. So here I am. So looking at the bottom bomb, these are the caps that I'm talking about. There are 21 of them. They are medium-sized SMD caps, and couple of things that I realized as I was working with those caps. On the one hand side, some of them had a little bit of dull corrosion on them from the battery leak, especially the ones that sat underneath the area where the battery is. And I should have, in hindsight, probably not used those. I think these caps are pretty sturdy, but you never know. What could have happened to them. And also there was a bit of actually a whole lot of really stubborn adhesive underneath. I think this is probably part of some very early SMD manufacturing process where they put a bunch of adhesive underneath uh, the surface mount components because they weren't, I guess, confident in that they would stick with just the solder joints. So I got a little bit suspicious about that adhesive residue because it's pretty chunky, pretty thick, that it may cause poor connection somehow on the pads. So the two things that I'm looking to do is A, get rid of that adhesive, and B, clean off uh, the dull corrosion, the corroded solder, like the really cold dull solder that had some battery corrosion on them. And then of course test them. I don't have an LSR meter, but I have this very cheap multimeter that does have a capacitance mode right there, and it's been pretty good for me so far. I've been able to accurately, I think, test the capacitance on caps, and I've been able to see when caps are bad and when caps are good, and this has been fairly trusty for me. Doesn't give you any other measurements, of course. You don't get you don't see the ESR or some other you know, aspects of a capacitor quality or function, but it should be enough to measure 10 nanofarad caps, I think. There's nothing fancy going on there. So I actually, off camera, I already got started. I removed those 21 surface mount caps, and I did start cleaning them up. So I'm just gonna bring this over here, what I've done so far. It's gonna show off. I'm moving them on my workbench here, so I'm gonna switch over to the microscope. See if you see here. There we go. So these caps I've already cleaned up. So this is how I want them to look. Right. I've cleaned off all the excess solder. I've removed the residue. These look very nice. And I also actually got ahead. I've tested all of them before I did this cleanup with my multimeter. They all test basically within spec. The one that was a little bit off, it tested at 9.6 nanofarads, which I think should be acceptable. But I did actually, after I cleaned up the cold solder, it tested perfectly fine at 9.9 or something. It improved. So clearly that cold solder, I should really have cleaned these up before I even installed them in the first place. That was sloppy of me. So these guys, these are now 4, 8, 9. I've done 9 of them. So I have 12 left, 12 left to do. So I'll put these off to the side here. And then we'll bring the others into view. So here you go. Here are the ones that have some gross cold solder on them. And you can see the adhesive residue right here. This stuff is all over the place. And it's very stubborn. Not fun to deal with. And I have a very crude method to cleaning these up. And it's pretty tedious. And I'm sure there are better ways. You can use some kind of maybe put them in acetone or something, which I'm sure is fine. But I just felt like, I don't know. I don't want to ruin them more than they already are ruined. So I'm going to use that same method for the rest of them. So what I've gone ahead and done is I just basically put them down on the workbench like this, and then I get a tool like this pick or perhaps my tweezers, and then I basically just scratch by a hold down on the cap with my finger. I just scrape away at the adhesive like so. And it kind of does pop off. Some of it is more stubborn than others. Like this one right here. See, in hindsight, I really should have. Oh, look at that! I'm making a hole in my what's it called? Work underlay. So yeah, in hindsight, I should have acquired as many new components as humanly possible rather than trying to reuse the old ones. Still some adhesive here. There we go. That should be okay. I don't think I can damage this package. I think that's okay. Testing, testing. I'm trying this should come through now. I hope I see the mic activity. Please confirm when you can hear me. How about now? So I'm trying out this microphone. I got this. Okay, great. Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, it's good. I'm hoping the sound quality is okay. I did film myself last night. So I did some prep work, and it sounded like the audio came through all right. But it seems like a drawback is that it turns itself off. And it's too bad that the other, I don't know what's going on with the, because I think if this turns off, the webcam mic should pick up instead, but it doesn't, I suppose, which is a bummer. I don't know how much of the stuff I talked about wasn't captured in this video. So since we are back to testing. Can you hear me? So I have two of these. Came in its little case, so you can do a podcast together with your wife or friend or something, I guess. And I did charge both of them. This one I used for an hour yesterday, so maybe the battery's only good for an hour. So I better put this charging somewhere. Let me grab micro USB. Oh, actually, it's USB-C. Oh, this is USB-C. Okay, good. So I better put the other little guy charging. All right. There we go. Charging. Yeah, please let me know when the audio comes off again. They may be, I don't know, really crappy and need to be returned, but we'll see. So yeah, I took all these caps off of the board again, and I'm cleaning them up because I'll just demonstrate here. This is an example of a non-cleaned cap. So you can see it has this dull cold solder on there, and some of these caps came off a spot of the board where there had been battery leakage that had kind of seeped through to the underside, through the VS to the underside of the board, and some of the solder on them were a little bit dull, and in hindsight I should have cleaned them up, before I put them on. They also have this stubborn residue. It's some kind of adhesive they seem to have used at the factory for sticking these caps on the board. And I'm suspicious that this may have been causing some poor joints or connections somewhere. I don't think so. I don't think this will actually help getting the computer working again, but at least it removes one factor, and it's something that's been bothering me. And in hindsight, I should totally have bought new caps. But as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if the audio worked, JLC PCB, who manufactured this board for me, they didn't have 10 nanofarad caps in stock. So I had to order it without them. I didn't want to wait. So I'm basically using my pick here to scrape all the very stubborn residue off. Yeah, thanks Zenosite for stepping in and helping me understand that my audio didn't work. Have a good night. Or yeah, if you come back, come back. So there we go. Beautiful. Okay, some little bit of a crow's nest there. Okay, I think this looks like a much cleaner cap. Beautiful. Let's wipe some of this residue off. Next cap. Next cap. Let's get this. Okay, wrong side. Come on. Please come back. There we go. Okay. A little bit more there on the edge there. I don't like how that's stuck there. that's all good enough. Let's put some flux on there. Grab the soldering iron. Suck up the solder. Looks like a clean cap. Very nice. Next one. This is the top of the cap, so we need to flip it over. And there we go. We definitely have residue from the adhesive. I'm gonna try my tweezers. I think they're a little bit broader. That piece there is very stubborn. Jeez, I'm getting tired. My arms are getting, fingers are getting tired. There, I think it's gone. Whew. That one was very stubborn. Hello. Seems okay. Okay, next one. Yes, boss, here's some adhesive. Beautiful. Right. Seems good. That's just stuck on there. All right. Let's bring some flux. All right. Very nice. Next cap. Probably need to clean up a little bit. So if somebody watching has an idea of how to get rid of this adhesive in a better way, because I did soak these in 99% IPA for an hour, and it didn't really do anything to this adhesive. Something like, yeah, 100%, 99% acetone would probably do it. But yeah, acetone smells. I don't want to do that in my condo here. All right, I think that's good enough. Seems okay. Let's wipe it off. Next cap. Very nice. And we should need to turn this over. Looks good. So next up, do a little bit of this. Seems okay. Next up, this is the penultimate little cap. We're getting there. Okay. All right. That looks ready to be fluxed. Yep. Very nice. And the very last one. The very last one has a respectable amount of adhesive. Wow. An epic final. Extra stubborn. Be careful not to hurt my finger. Oops. There you see what happens. You push at it at the wrong angle and it disappears behind the monitor. Oh, there it is. The wayward cap. Jeez, the last one is the most stubborn. I'm getting sick of this. I'm glad this is the last one. Jeez. Come on. Whew. Oh, is that off? Yeah, I think so. Whew. Hi Eric, I'm scraping off some very stubborn adhesive. So these, if you remember, you were the person watching my very first stream in this series when I put all these 10 nanofarad capacitors from the donor board onto the reloaded board. And I didn't really look too closely at them before I put them on the board. But I did notice that there was like on some of them, there were some pretty chunky protruding pieces of residue. And turns out to be some very stubborn residue, that adhesive that they used at the factory when they assembled these things. So for one, I wasn't happy with the kind of messy finish after putting those components on the board, and I wasn't 100% sure that they all had good contact. Plus, some of them had some really dull solder on them that came from battery corrosion. Because when looking closer at them, in hindsight, the area around where some of them came from, underneath where the battery leak was, some of that corrosion, some of that battery corrosion had kind of made it onto these caps. So in hindsight, I should have bought new 10 nanofarad caps rather than being cheap and trying to reuse the ones that were on the donor board. This looks all right now, and this was the very last one. So we now have 21 clean caps. It should be ready to be tested, because that's the other mistake I did. I didn't actually test these guys before putting them on the board. I just assumed that caps of this form factor are just very sturdy Assumptions are always dangerous. So this guy in particular looks a little bit dull there. I wonder if that's something to be worried about. Let's test that one for sure. Does this come off? Yeah, doesn't seem to be anything too sticky. Let's bathe this in some 99% IPA. There we go. My little bathing cup. There they are. Let's pour some IPA in this. All right. There they are. Should be somewhat cleaner caps now. Just put them on my paper towel. Wipe them off. Let's count them. Make sure we still have 21 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 15, 19, 21. Okay, all caps accounted for. So since we are, I'm super paranoid about these now, I should definitely test the capacitance. So I'll stop worrying that these are bad by any means. So let's see if we can do something fun. We can show off what's going on the multimeter screen. Something like, stay upright. Here we go. So here's the multimeter screen. So this is of course the fiddly part. Try and test all of these without something popping away. Yeah, it's hard to get contact. Maybe if I put it on top of the cap. Yeah, order these. And the same for the ferrite caps, I think. Beads, sorry, ferrite beads. Save yourself a lot of heartache. So 9.72, 73. I think that should be acceptable. I don't know though. I don't know what the acceptable range is for these caps. To be honest, I'm just kind of winging it. Oh, crap. Did it fly away? Hopefully not. 9.89. I think that's okay. Oh geez, but this one actually is not clean. I was not able to get all the adhesive off of this one. This is such a pain. I hate this stuff. Oh jeez, okay. That one flew away. And luckily I have a white desk, so they are easy to find again. Come on, come on, get caught. Ah, there. 9.8. Next little guy. Oh, come on, stop flipping away. I think he just jumped on top there. Okay. Let's start over. Ah. 10.06. I think that should be good, but there's some excess solder on that one. I'll just clean that up, I think. Looks nicer. .02. I think that's a good cap. Oh, yikes. This one also has more adhesive. I think I want to clean this one a little bit more. Oops, come on. Stay with me. Yeah, I think, yeah, 10.0. That is nice. Maybe if we use like a flat edges. Yeah, maybe this is better. Okay. This does not test super well. Look at that, 9.5. I don't know if that's too low. I guess it should be okay. It is within, it's a 5% variation there. Yeah, but 9.5 is very low, relatively speaking. Yeah, but it was pretty good. We can use using the flat edges of the probes like this. 9.6. Is it because we used flat edges? Maybe there's some. Let me wipe these probes with some IPA. I've used them a lot and don't really clean them a lot. Okay. Come on. 9.6. 9.6. I guess that's what it is. 9.95. Actually, maybe let's take the ones that have the values that are most far out of whack and put them on circuitries that are not sort of the CPU, like PLA video circuitry. Let's put them on, I don't know, if possible, that's like the SCSI circuitry or something that may be a little bit more tolerant. Yeah, these two test pretty low. I'll put them on to the other side here. But this one, 9.88. That's pretty good. $10.02 seems solid. $9.798. It's not bad. $9.94. That's good. $10.35. That's pretty high. Let's put that in the crappy pile. Maybe I should try and salvage some 10 nanofarad caps from other boards or something. 9.8, not bad. $9.92, that's good. This cap is still pretty dirty. I hate this crap. Okay, I'm screwed. That one flew away onto the floor, I think. Okay, this is fun. This is fun. Good thing oh, okay. Not too bad. Just found it immediately. Good thing I vacuumed my floor earlier today. $9.92. $9.81. $9.93. $9.89. Oops. $9.97. $9.85. Okay. So 3 caps are a little bit above or below spec. Slightly so. Let's have a quick look at the bomb. See if there is an obvious spot. So these are the, let's see, for instance, what is C20? C20. No, not P. Here we go. Pull up and pull down. Capacitor. Okay. So it doesn't tell us where it sits. So for instance, some parts of this bomb tells us whether this component is on the power video connector, on the sound circuit, RAM circuit, etc. So I want to avoid putting the crappy ones on, say, the RAM circuit or the video circuit, say, or CPU circuits. Well, these are resistors though. RAM circuits, diodes, capacitors. Yeah, so maybe it doesn't. They're just pull up and pull downs. C28. C28. It's on the sound circuit. Okay. Shouldn't stop the computer from booting, I think. C30. Also the sound circuit. C31. Sound circuits, the C38. Pulls up, pull up and pull downs. C47, 48, 49. 47, 48, 49. No, not good. Come on. Ah, there. Unknown. '49 is on the RAM circuit. So that one we definitely want a known good cap on. And I may be overthinking this because I don't know what is in spec or not for these. But why not? Why not? So C49, we should probably I'll make a note over here. Good caps column C49. C52. C52 is not on this. C51 and C52 are not on this bomb, okay? C57, pull up and pull downs. 52, 57. Oh, wait. 58, 59, 62, 58, 59. C62. Yep. 64, 65, 68. 72, 81. C72. Unknown. Okay, if they're unknown, I'll consider them a requirement for good cap. 81, 83, 84. '83 is on the sound circuit. 84 is also on the sound circuit. So let's put them on the sound. Let's put the crappy ones. Oh, okay. Turn you off. Let's put the crappy ones on the sound circuit. So let's say we put the crappy ones on C84, C83, and C31. There. All right. So let's assemble these caps again. We're busting out the board. Let's let's use. I was really happy with this solder flux paste. That worked out really well last time. So let's bring it over to the microscope. Step one, of course, I haven't cleaned up the excess solder on these pads. Like C72 here. Probably do that. Let's use this quote-unquote close-up. Interesting. Webcam 2 have stopped. Also where webcam 1. Seems I may need to restart the webcam. Yeah, OBS has been a little bit flaky for me with these video sources. It seems to be kind of hanging with some of the sort of the auxiliary webcams. So let me see here. If we no. Switch over to the virtual camera and then back to the Brio. Nope. Come on. So I may have to just, so what fixed it before was just deleting the video source and then adding it again. This is a pain. I don't know why it keeps doing that now. Just add it and then. Nope. Webcam is not happy. Oh well, I better fix that off camera. Let's just switch to this camera. Let's put it back up here. Just gonna do it old school. So let's clean off the old solder from these. Be gone old solder. Here's more. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, maybe another 4. Here's one more. Always forget C38's way down there. Anyway, let's do some alcohol cleaning. Drippity drip this all over the place. The trusty cotton swab. This board is so messy now with all the flux residue and other gunk. It's come from reworking it over and over. It's need a good bath later on. Oh, there's one more C68. C20. Okay, I think that should be good. Okay, now let's switch over to the microscope and let's do some soldering. So first of all, let's find those sound circuitry caps. So it's C31, 83, 84. So let's find C31. It's over here. Here's C31. So much glare. let's bring out solder paste. Oh, sorry. Of course, not solder paste, it's flux. This stuff gives such nice joints. Okay, let's bust one of these crappy caps out. It's upside down. There. Just put it in there. Oh, darn. Got stuck on the tweezer. We need some solder wire. Okay. Oh, I should probably have used a smaller tip, but I think it'll be okay. Actually, let's see if this works. I'm a little bit rusty. I think that's a good solder joint. Seems good to me. '83, '84. See if you can find 83 and 84. Should be towards this outer edge. We have 81 here. Wait, did I get that right? We're looking at the wrong bomb. No, 83, 84. Oh, they're way over. Actually, they are on the right side. There's 84. Where's 83? Oh, it's just below. Okay. So we have them over here. Some flux paste. Put the caps on. The trick here, of course, is to get the solder on without pushing the cap for too far. Oh, stuck. Not good. So I'll have to twist it while applying heat. Let's make sure it's flush. Right. Oops. Oh no. Oh man. I'm not doing well today. Just this one too. Seems okay. I think I need my fume extractor now when I'm doing a fair amount of soldering. Anyway, so we got the not so great caps on there. Let's clean it up. And let's do everything else. I wonder if I should do my usual method. Yeah, let's keep practicing this for a little bit more. Let's just put paste all over the place. Let's put paste on all the spots. All right, this one too. All right, this will be fun. Let's bring the microscope over here. Oh, that worked. Seems okay. I'm gonna call that a day. Let's move over here, C20. Push it down. Apply some heat. Oh, okay. Oh, oh, stop, stop it. Oops. Okay, that did not work out well. Yeah, I wonder if the caps stick less if I use smaller tip. Maybe. Yeah, that's not great. Wonder if I can, yeah, move it around. So, oh man. Okay, this is not a great method. Hmm, whatever. That's okay. Oh, actually, I shouldn't be doing this cleanup now because I'll risk wiping off um, the other paste I put on. Okay, I think this is working all right now. Um, let's let's do the one. Actually, let's do upside down. Let's do the one in the middle. Nah. Okay. Seems good. Seems good. No, no, no. Ah. Nah, not good. Come on, stay there. Please don't stick to the iron. I need to move it up a little bit. That's okay. It's a little bit too much solder on that one joint. Me. It's okay. So we're working down here. Spot that's kind of hard to work on with the camera. Especially with this angle. Oh my gosh, this is so hard. This is hard. I think I need to do it like so instead. Just want to make sure they're face up. Which turns out to be hard. Come on. Oh, crap. Got too close. Finally. Face up, please. Ah. Oh my gosh. Everything is sticky. Everything is sticky. Okay. Oh. See spot where I didn't put paste. Oh, this glare, it's so hard to see labels. I think there is a label there. There it is. Okay, we are getting there. We have 7 caps left to do. There's one. That's the underside. Oops. Sometimes it's hard to tell if it's on there or not. Seems okay. Next up, stick. Stop it. right. We have 3 more here. Oh, this is hard. Yeah, this is when I'm trying to do this in a spot on the board that's so hard to reach under the microscope. Stop it. All right, we have 1 more cap to go. Just need to find where it is. One more cap. Where does my last cap go? This is always fun. Searching all over the place. Oh, there it is. Didn't even clean it up. Sits under a ferrite bead. C61 probably. It's the one where the silk screen is cut off. Right? Right there. All right, I think that's all. There's no other cap floating around, so I should clean this up, and then we can test. Switch over to this one. Okay. And I should inspect them with the loop. Yeah, the joints look pretty good. Except maybe this one. C20. Should probably reflow this side of things. Yep, I guess this is fine. So let's turn off the fume extractor for a bit. And time to test. So if we look over here, there we have it. Put my hot air rework station away. Come on, focus please. Thank you. So since last time I got this ATX power extension cable so that I can actually test this on the bench rather than, or on the board, like on one lying flat rather than perched up against the CRT, which is not great. And luckily this fits only in one particular way. Like, so there are too many pins, of course, so we're not using all of them. Need a power cord. And we should, let's see here, put the scope over here. Let's turn this around so we can see the screen. See if we can do this in a safe way, like so. I think this seems all right. Let's plug in the power over here. We can, there we go. All right. So the board is on off to the side there. Can turn it on. See if anything is different. No, nothing is different, of course. We still see the garbage on screen. We can always, let's try put in the ROM to see what happens. I don't think there will be a difference. No, so the CPU still doesn't read the ROM at all. So there's still something very weird going on here. Just touching the chips to see if they're getting warm. Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, the CPU isn't doing much. Let's power cycle it one more time. Nope. Nothing happens. So yeah, I think that'll be it. Now I am happy to have cleaned up all that mess. So the end result will look a little bit better. But more troubleshooting will be required to make this a working computer. But now at least, yeah, we know that there's these capacitors should all be fine. And I tested the values, so they test roughly in spec. It's all about eliminating all the factors. And yeah, I'll call it a day then. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.